And welcome into Prescription for Healthy Lifestyles. I'm Edie Hand.
And I'm Dr. Daniel Potts. Edie, good to be back.
Good to be here. And you know, this is great to me about wellness. I mean, the overall perspective of our mind, our bodies, and our souls.
You know, prevention is such a key to a healthy lifestyle. In fact, it's probably the most important part of a healthy lifestyle. We can prevent many of these chronic illnesses that we suffer from today.
And who's a physician that you've gotten to know that's going to join us today?
Well, we've got an exciting doc on the show today, Dr. Loeppke, who is with US Preventive Medicine. US Preventive Medicine is a company that is really making great waves in terms of preventative health care. And he's got some wonderful things to tell you about today on the show.
That's going to be great. And we've got Dale Smith-Thomas, who is a motivational speaker, and she's making a difference in men, women, kids around the world on choices, and that's exciting.
To hear you and Dale talk, listen, I'm ready to go out and conquer the world. I really am. So.
And with Darcy, Lord, that girl takes a pill that we can't even bottle.
Unreal. I wish I could bottle that stuff and drink it every day. That's important.
But she's going to have some cool, healthy tips on some recipes, so you won't want to miss Prescription for Healthy Lifestyles. Stay with us.
You're watching Prescription for Healthy Lifestyles with Edie Hand and Dr. Daniel Potts. We'll be back in a moment.
If you woke up with pain this morning, you are not alone. Estimates are that nearly 1/3 of Americans will experience chronic pain at some point in their lives. Optimal Pain Control by Franklin Pharmacy works directly with your physician to create a pain cream for your unique needs. Our staff of pharmacists has over 30 years experience in compounding. OPC by Franklin Pharmacy's custom formulas are created for you to maximize pain relief while minimizing side effects. From minor aches to severe neuropathic pain, let us be your partner.
Enjoy the latest books from Edie Hand, a portion of sales benefit charities such as St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Visit www.ediehandfoundation.org or your local or online bookstore. Pick up your copies today. A Pocket Guide for the Alzheimer's Caregiver by Dr. Daniel Potts and his wife Ellen helps you understand this disease and get the best care possible. Go to alzpocketguide.com or any online bookstore for your copy. You're watching Prescription for Healthy Lifestyles with Edie Hand and Dr. Daniel Potts.
Hi, and welcome back to Prescription for Healthy Lifestyles with Edie Hand and Dr. Daniel Potts. Joining me today is a lady that knows a lot about encouragement and making the right choices. That's author, entrepreneur, Dale Thomas. And welcome, Dale.
Thank you. You know what? You are such a delight. Thank you for having me. I feel like we're soul sisters.
We
Southern soul sisters.
Southern soul sisters.
That's
now,
right.
I understand you from Mississippi?
Route 3, box 89, Eupora, Mississippi, to be clear. And my mom and daddy are still out in the farm, and they're 10 miles from the nearest town of 2,000. And we're 65 miles from Walmart. Does that tell you anything?
Honey, I believe you're further out than I was in Burnout, baby.
I think so.
Well, tell me what got you from Mississippi. I mean, you had to make some right choices to move from there, didn't you? Or did you stay there a while?
You know, I graduated college at Mississippi State University, the first person in my family to ever go to college. You know, we're talking about choices in healthy lifestyles, and there was an elderly woman in my city that made a choice that changed my life. When she passed away, she didn't have any children. She left all the timber rights on her property as an education fund for any child in Webster County to go to college for free. And do you know, 30 years later, any child in Webster County is still going to school for free. She has changed generations. So that was the first thing that started to change my life, because maybe like many of our viewers today, I grew up thinking I didn't have any choices because I grew up in maybe a poor environment and I didn't have any choices. But you know what I've had to learn along the way, that every day when we wake up, God gives us a blessing to even wake up above ground. We have choices, and we need to take control of our lives with those choices.
I agree with you totally, and I love what you've done too with music. You've brought music into speaking, and our program today is about wellness and preventive things to help us in our physical world.
Absolutely.
But in our mental world, I love your program. Share with everyone a little bit about that.
Well, I believe that every healthy lifestyle choice starts in one place, between your ears. Because even Emerson said that every predecessor to your action is a thought. So we have to wake up and decide every day, today I'm going to choose to be healthy. I'm going to choose to exercise. I'm going to choose to have a positive attitude. And I know that you believe, like I do, that longevity now, they're proving that a positive attitude affects longevity. If we want to live longer, happier lives, we need to choose a positive attitude. And a positive attitude is a choice, it's not an emotion.
Honey, I know all about it. I mean, you're right. I'm a sweet, seasoned old broad that's been hanging in there.
Who's been through some challenges. I know you're a
Yes.
cancer survivor, so
Yes.
you've had to get up every day and say, today I'm going to choose to make this the best day of my life.
I do, and you know, I was thinking about what you're saying, that is that when I do get up and if I have to take certain things with chemo or that I'm going through, and now they have it in a pill,
Right.
is that, you know, this, people say, oh, it's going to make you tired. No, I said, today I'm going to have lots of energy.
Absolutely.
This is not, and I'm telling you, I was thinking, am I crazy? But you know, it's working. You're right.
And you know, let's think about it. I just encourage people when I speak, think about the words that you say every single day. They become habit. I'm freezing to death. I'm burning up. Those kids are driving me crazy. And just
I've got a scarf over
I'm
my
working
leg.
myself to death. You know, and we talk about death, death, death. And you know, I grew up in a little small country church. And I grew up knowing that the scripture says that out of the abundance of your heart, your mouth is going to speak. So we need to start listening. Are we speaking words of life and hope and healing into our souls, into the universe, and out to other people? Are we speaking gloom and doom?
I
Try
love
it for
that. Look,
24
this song, I
hours.
want to pull this up because I was listening to this as I was driving to your lovely home, and thank you again
Oh,
for allowing
absolutely.
us into your home.
Absolutely. Girl, you've got a bedroom here now.
I'm all about it, baby. Could you adopt me?
Yes, I did.
But this song, it spoke to me, Stronger Than the Wind. Where did that come from when you wrote this?
Well, you know, the reason I wrote the music CD, I have all the speaking CDs and I have a book, but many times when we get in our car, we want to hear music. Sometimes if we're tired, hearing somebody speak kind of, you know, maybe makes you a little more flat energy. So I took every lesson that I teach and I put it to music. And so Stronger Than the Wind came from a J.W. Marriott quote that says, good timber does not grow with ease. The stronger the wind, the stronger the trees.
I believe that.
Every adversity in life is an opportunity to become stronger if we look for that opportunity. And when we begin to look for it, we begin to find it.
And what's that website if people wanted to find this?
Oh, you can find it at my website, dalesmiththomas.com, or it's all in one same website, winnersbychoice.com. When I started my company, I thought, what is a good name? And I thought, every day is a choice, and winning, whatever your definition of it is a choice. Every single day, it's a choice.
And Dale, what you're doing, Good Morning Gorgeous.
I know.
I love this, and thank you for that. I like to wear a ball cap and chew bubble gum when I'm creative.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you got the right thing. But what is this about around the country that you're doing with
Well, you
this?
know, speaking of health, you know, I'm sure that you've taught here on Healthy Lifestyles that when you get up in the morning, you've got to have breakfast. It's your physical foundation. What we also need to understand that whatever you're putting into your brain the first 30 minutes of the day determines your productivity, your attitude. So if you're going to the bathroom going, oh, I look horrible, or I feel horrible, or I'm exhausted, really you're going to start your day that way? So I started teasing people. Start by saying, good morning, gorgeous. And you know what? If it just makes you laugh, start every day, every person that's listening to me, 8 to 80 and beyond, start every day, look in that mirror and say, good morning, gorgeous. Today is going to be a blessed and highly favored day.
Thank you, Dale, so much for being with us
I'd love
today.
to be back, my friend.
And we'll have you back,
Okay,
all right?
great.
And thank you for joining us. And stay with us for more of Prescription for Healthy Lifestyles.
The stronger the wind, the stronger the tree, the stronger the wind.
This is Dr. Pineda. He's a cancer specialist, a chef, and a cookbook author. Dr. Pineda went back to school to combine medical science with the culinary arts. Today, his dishes help relieve the side effects of cancer treatments and restore appetites stolen by the disease. Sometimes, success starts when someone realizes that the best medicine doesn't always come from a lab. It comes from the heart. Virginia College. Your success starts here.
Hi, I'm Sarah Evans here with friends Rollins and Kumar, who've been helping Children's of Alabama celebrate its 100th birthday. They're here for care at the Alabama Center for Childhood Cancer and Blood Disorders, the largest provider of cancer care for children and young adults in the state. At Children's, we treat every form of cancer, and we're committed to a cure. You can be too. Donate now so thousands of kids like Rollins and Kumar will celebrate lots of birthdays, including their own.
You're watching Prescription for Healthy Lifestyles with Edie Hand and Dr. Daniel Potts.
Prevention and wellness is such a hot topic right now because We have a healthcare cost crisis in this country and globally, and it's driven because of a health crisis itself. It's the expanding burden of chronic illness and health risks that lead to those illnesses that's the major problem. And the solution is preventive medicine. What we're finding is that we're on the verge of transforming our sick care system to a true health system. Instead of being so illness-based and reactive in our approaches, we're becoming much more wellness-based and proactive in our approach. And that's encouraging news. I mean, Ben Franklin said it right back in 1736. He said an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. So we've known this for centuries, but preventive medicine is an idea whose time has finally come. And what do they say? Even a legion of horses cannot hold back an idea whose time has come. There's a big interest in all sectors of society around personal wellness and enhanced well-being, vitality, enjoying not only a higher quality of life, but a greater quantity of life, adding life to our years as well as years to our life. And I think that also in our culture, we're beginning to see that prevention and wellness is the new green, part of the new green movement. And not only being interested in our sustainability in our external environment, but our sustainability in our personal internal environment. So when we talk about evidence-based preventive medicine solutions, like the ones we have at US Preventive Medicine and using the prevention plan, in a study that we did showing the impact on health risk reduction of individuals that had been on their own personalized prevention plan for 12 months, what we found was there was over a 60% reduction of people that had high health risks moving down to either medium or low health risk within 12 months of being on the prevention plan. Now that's significant because we measured their health risk assessment as well as blood test results and blood pressure and weight at baseline and then 12 months following participating in their own personalized prevention plan. We also showed individual risk cohorts positive changes. So in other words, of the people that had high risk blood pressure, so their blood pressure was higher than 140/90 at baseline, after 12 months on the prevention plan, 42% of those people came down out of that high risk blood pressure category. And of people that had elevated blood sugar, so they were in a pre-diabetes range. The train's on the track, the ticket's paid for. They're likely going to develop diabetes if they don't make a change. After 12 months on the prevention plan and starting out with an elevated blood sugar, 31% of those people came back to normal levels of blood sugar, back from the brink of developing diabetes. Those are tremendous positive improvements. I mean, if the prevention plan results were because of a pill, it'd be a blockbuster drug. But what we're realizing, it's not the power of the pill, it's the power of the will of individuals and helping empower them and support them for sustainable health behavior change. Over 80% of type 2 diabetes and heart disease and over 40% of cancer are preventable if Americans just did three main things: stop smoking, ate healthy, and got regular physical activity. Now the challenge is, that says easy and does hard for many people. But that's why solutions that are engaging and exciting and interesting, like the prevention plan, that get people motivated and involved in managing their health, they're able to enjoy the benefits of that for a whole life. A lot of people think that maybe it's not as important as it really is. They think maybe the genetic risks or something that just they're predisposed to are what overwhelms their health situation. But the reality is this: over half of all causes of death in the United States are related to lifestyle, health behaviors. Only 20% are related to genetics, heredity. So we can't blame our parents for the majority of our health situation. And we can actually do something about improving our health and the benefits of that. One of my professors, I'm board certified in preventive medicine, and one of my professors in my training program summed it up this way. He said, largely how we live dictates how we die. So it is so important that we embrace even some of those simple daily decisions of just eating a little healthier, maybe more vegetables in our diet, maybe exercising a little more. I'm not talking about running a marathon, I'm just talking about some regular walks. And just being able to do those basic things can make such a difference in the way one feels, as well as all the health benefits that come from that.
Prescription for Healthy Lifestyles is brought to you in part by US Preventive Medicine. More good years.
Sure, Toyota is #1 for everyone. But Scott Crump insists on more proof than just statistics. Yeah, the all-new redesigned 2012 Camry has more room, better fuel economy, and plenty more performance. And right now at Scott Crump Toyota, you too can drive the new Camry from just $199 a month. Did we mention better brakes? Visit Scott Crump Toyota in Jasper.
We'll do whatever it takes.
If you woke up with pain this morning, you are not alone. Estimates are that nearly 1/3 of Americans will experience chronic pain at some point in their lives. Optimal Pain Control by Franklin Pharmacy works directly with your physician to create a pain cream for your unique needs. Our staff of pharmacists has over 30 years experience in compounding. OPC by Franklin Pharmacy's custom formulas are created for you to maximize pain relief while minimizing side effects. From minor aches to severe neuropathic pain, let us be your partner.
You're watching Prescription for Healthy Lifestyles with Edie Hand and Dr. Daniel Potts.
Hi, I'm Edie Hand, and welcome back to Prescriptions for Healthy Lifestyles with Edie Hand and Dr. Daniel Potts. And joining me in the kitchen is my good friend, Darcy Young. Hello.
Hello, Edie. So good to see you.
Good to see you, and thank you for coming.
You are so welcome. I'm so glad to be here.
You know what's cool about this is in this wonderful kitchen, and your good friend Dale Thomas let us use her lovely home.
She is a fabulous friend. I owe her big time.
You do. She's cute, too. She's cute.
She's beautiful. Let's just lay it out there on the line.
Well, one of the things, we're going to talk about is something very fun. But before we do that, I'd like for people to get to know you a little bit. You're a country girl from Oklahoma.
I am indeed. I grew up on 5 acres out in the country. And one of the reasons I'm even here in the kitchen is my mom taught me to cook. And one of the things that she used to do is she would say, okay, do you want to work in the garden? Or do you want to do the evening meal? Well, what do you think I chose?
Honey, you'll be with the air conditioning.
Yeah, baby. That's exactly right. I said, I'll cook, Mom. I'll cook.
Well, I love that. And so throughout the years, you're an entrepreneur, and you've worked with the Vein Guys, which I love that line. What's their slogan of that?
Better legs, better life.
Honey, if they don't come in and get those legs fixed after that, they can forget about it.
Right.
And what I know, too, about you is you've started this new cookbook that I got to help you with a little bit. And so tell our viewers a little bit about that.
Well, it's Darcy's You'll Kiss the Cook cookbook.
There you go. Now let's get into one of those recipes.
Okay, let's do it.
And the first one is going to be what?
It's called freezer bag omelets, and this is a really fun recipe that you can bring your children in, or if you're having a lot of people over, or you're cooking outside. What you do is you get a pot,
okay,
and you get some water boiling, and then you get these little freezer bags.
All right, you put that on like medium heat?
Yes, medium heat, and get it boiling. It doesn't have to be boiling over the top,
All right.
Then you're going to use freezer bags. Now you can use the other bags, but they kind of get wilty.
Okay.
So freezer bags.
Forget about wilty.
Exactly. So freezer bags are the best. And what you're going to want to do is to put your name on here, because you don't want to get your sons or your dads, or you want to have your own.
I like you got my own bag here.
Yes, I already wrote your name on there.
And then, since this is a wellness program, and we've been talking about that and continuing that in our show, this seems to be a pretty healthy meal.
It really is, and there's some ways to make it healthier. A lot of people think that eggs are bad for you, but they help in keep you from getting cataracts. They help with that. They also help with your heart. They help you not get heart disease, if that makes sense. They help with the heart disease. There are lots of things that eggs do, and they're low in fat, and they're filled with the good kind of fat.
Well, that's good. I mean, trust me, I'm trying to lean out on that bad fat on mine, too.
You and me both. As we get older, that gets harder, let me tell you.
What's the first ingredient that you put in?
Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to take an egg, You're going to take actually 2 eggs, and
Okay.
sometimes I use 3. It's according to how large they are.
Do you crack them on the table, or?
You can.
Okay, all right.
You
let's
know,
see
you
that.
and I, we
Here
know how to
go.
do this.
Okay.
We're fancy.
Style on a budget.
That's right. You just break them
Okay.
in there. I'm going to do 3.
3?
Yeah, we're going to make it a little bit fuller.
See, what if now, like if my son wanted, he would not want the yolks in there. He likes his just with the egg whites.
Well, you can
do
actually
that.
use, and you can use the egg whites. You can buy egg whites, and that's what I brought that too.
Hello, there you go.
And the egg product, because a lot of people don't like just regular old, farm eggs. So what you're going to do is you're going to squish it up.
Oh, let me do that.
Okay. Do you want
Okay.
me to do yours for you?
Yeah.
I knew she was trying to.
Okay, you squash this around, and then what comes next? I could put
You're
that
going to
in.
start putting in the things that you like. And we've got ham, and we've got turkey, and we've got bacon.
Well, see, I would probably put bacon. Could I put bacon?
Yeah, and water
But that's mine. You're
chestnuts.
doing mine. What do you like?
Turkey is my favorite.
Turkey. Okay, I'll put a little
And
turkey.
tomatoes, chopped up tomatoes. And I've got a couple of different kinds of peppers here. Now, these are the sweet peppers, the
Now,
yellow and the
If people
the
want to know how
orange.
much, do you just put whatever you would desire?
Whatever you
in
would
it?
desire. You don't want your bag filled up to the top because that's going to take a long time to cook.
Okay, this is good.
But
Putting
about
these
a
in.
third of the way full,
And we'll have this on our website, prescriptionhealthylife.com. And Darcy, you've got a website. What's that?
I do. It's darcydiva.com.
Imagine that, folks. Okay.
I know, that's a stretch, isn't it? It's a real stretch.
Okay, when you put it all in there.
Yeah, and see, and this is really, I mean...
Do you do onions?
I'm not a big onion eater, but they're good for you.
Well, if it's not, if it was garlic, we could use it for our girls not to go out.
That's exactly right. We could keep them in the house.
Okay, all right, here you go.
Okay, yours is all smushed up. You want to add what you like?
Yeah, there you go. You can put more of what you
I'm
want.
going to put some more. Tomatoes are really good. The lycopene in them.
See, I'm a
it's great
bacon
for
girl.
you.
Now, I know that that's not good for you with fat, but if you really wanted it a healthier way, you could do just the egg whites,
Well,
and you
cheese.
could put spinach.
I don't have the cheese out here, but putting cheese in here.
Yes.
Cheese is actually pretty healthy for you, too.
Mozzarella, not
Well, the
sharp.
lighter cheeses
better.
are less fat, but all of the cheeses across the board,
that.
they're high in calcium and good for your bones. So,
Oh, that's a good tip.
Yeah, I mean, seriously. And of course, spinach, I mean, it's high in iron. You can't get, well, maybe you can get too much, but.
You've had some this morning, and I would love to have more of what you got, baby. Okay, in this recipe, let's show our viewers what it looks like over here, the finished product.
After you've already put this, you've already shaken it up, you're going to put some seasoning in it really quick. And I like Greek seasoning, but
You
salt
like it a
and
little
pepper.
hot, and doing this, okay, you put a little
salt and pepper. You can put some salt and pepper, and you just kind of shake it up, mix it up. You're going to go over here
Okay.
and drop it in, and it's going to cook for about 13 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
And then this is what your finished product is going to look like. We're going to let that cool down just for a second.
And let's
we're
go
gonna,
over and look at the final product.
Ta-da! Right here you have it, and you have breakfast. Here, just throw some muffins with it, and you have a full meal.
Thank you, Darcy, for
You
joining
bet.
me today. I love this recipe. And thank you. And stay with us. We'll be back next week with more from Prescriptions for Healthy Lifestyles with Edie Hand and Dr. Daniel Potts.